Hi, Sister Ann Laughlin. We are reading What Does the Bible Really Teach? Oh, sorry, gotta get comfortable here. And the light being low here. We are on chapter 4, page 37. Who is Jesus Christ? What is Jesus' special role? Where did he come from? What kind of person was he? That's a lot of good questions. There are many famous people in the world. Some are well known in their own community, city, or country. Others are known worldwide. However, just knowing the name of someone famous does not mean that you truly know him, or them, rather, because you don't know if it's he or she. It does not mean that you know details about his background and what he is really like as a person. Nope. I know all about Elvis. My daddy even worked with him, but that don't mean I know him or knew him. But that don't mean I didn't like his music and I love his movies. Anyway, people around the world have heard something about Jesus Christ, even enough he lived on earth some 2,000 years ago. Yet many are confused about who Jesus really was. Some say that he was merely a good man. Others claim that he was nothing more than a prophet. Still others believe that Jesus is God and should be worshipped. Should he? It is important for you to know the truth about Jesus. Why? Because the Bible says so. I added the "so," by the way. This means everlasting life. They are coming to know you, the only true God, and the one whom you sent, Jesus Christ. John 17:3. Yes, really coming to know Jehovah God and Jesus Christ can lead to everlasting life on a paradise earth. John 14:6. Furthermore, Jesus sets the best example of how to live and how to treat others. John 13:34-35. In the first chapter of this book, we discuss the truth about God. Now, let us consider what the Bible really teaches about Jesus Christ, the promised Messiah. Long before Jesus was born, the Bible foretold the coming of the one whom God would send as the Messiah, or Christ. The titles Messiah, from a Hebrew word, and Christ, from a Greek word, both mean anointed one, the promised one. This promised one would be anointed, that is, appointed by God to a special position. In later chapters of this book, we will learn more about the Messiah's important place on the fulfillment of God's promises. We will also learn about the blessings that Jesus can bring us even now. Before Jesus was born, however, many no doubt wondered, who will prove to be the Messiah? Of course, and I have my husband staring at me right now, so it's very difficult to do this, because he's over there making faces and laughing at me. In the 1st century CE, the disciples of Jesus of Nazareth were fully convinced that he was the foretold Messiah. John 1:41. One of the disciples, a man named Simon Peter, openly said to Jesus, "You are the Christ." Matthew 16:16. How, though, could those disciples be sure, and how can we be sure, that Jesus really is the promised Messiah? The prophets of God who lived before Jesus foretold many details about the Messiah. These details would help others to identify him. We might illustrate things this way. Suppose you were asked to go to a busy bus depot or a train station or an airport to pick up someone you had never met before. Would it not help if someone gave you a few details about him? Similarly, by means of the Bible prophets, Jehovah gave a rather detailed description of what the Messiah would do and what he would experience. The fulfillment of these many prophecies would help faithful ones to identify him clearly. Consider just two examples. First, over 700 years in advance, the prophet Micah foretold that the promised one would be born in Bethlehem, a small town in the land of Judah. Micah 5:2. Okay, guys. This is on page 40. And I don't have my timer with me, so I don't want to take chances on going over and then having to cut this and redoing it all, of course. So anyway, I'll be praying for you. God bless. I'll be back. Hope you join me.